In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to deal with a bad boss. So, how can we define a bad boss? This is a boss that can make your workplace very uncomfortable, and can this can really put pressure on you to the extent that it can mentally affect you and affect all the people around you. So, it is a place that you're working and you are not working comfortably. You feel you're not growing, you feel you are doing things which are not right, but you're just doing it for the money, not because you are okay in this place. And sometimes it reaches a point of no return where you decide, let me just leave. So, what defines a bad boss? I'm going to talk about 10 characteristics which are quite common that can define a bad boss. There might be more, but these are very common. So, one of them is your boss can be very manipulative. He controls you to his whims without without you having a voice about what is happening. He manipulates you he ensures he pushes you or pulls you towards doing things that he wants, which might not be right, sometimes might be right, but sometimes might not be right. And this is not a very good place to work in. You feel like you're not in control of your situation, making it very uncomfortable to work in this space. And then number two is a boss who is very emotional, super emotional. Today, he or she will be so happy. Tomorrow, she'll be in a totally different mood. She'll be sulky or angry or throwing tantrums. So you can never define when you go to your place of work whether tomorrow will go when she or he is happy, or will find when he's in a bad mood. And this makes working in this place very uncomfortable. I don't think, for me, I cannot really look forward to such a place, because you really have to, you are always tiptoeing around this boss, because you don't know what will come out. You don't know how the mood will be in the next minute or the next hour. So that makes this place very uncomfortable to work in. And then number three, the boss is too demanding. Demands a lot, sometimes things which are not even necessary, but his demands are too much. Sometimes they can even look for you even during weekends when you're not supposed to be working, without giving you prior notice whether this was supposed to be, or even after working hours, they they call you asking for some work to be done, which they not schedule. They are very reactive, they are not proactive. So whatever happens, whatever hour, they'll 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 hand it over to you to carry that burden. They demand a lot. And this is a space where, initially, when you come in, if you do not have the clarity on what you're supposed to do, it can be it can be very exhausting. And then number four, you'll find a boss who is never having any pressure. There's no urgency about anything. There's no pressure. Hana haraka, ako tu, and you're supposed to be taking instructions from this boss. And funny enough, you find that when things get bad, they'll always come back and blame you. And yet they're the ones who are supposed to lead the way. So if you're working for a boss who is never in a hurry to do anything, and work lags behind, and they are not able to take accountability for this work, you are the one who ends up suffering. And then number five, there is a boss who has no vision at all. You are always busy doing nothing. And I think there's a time I was working with my people that way. We were so busy, everybody's up and down, but we do not have a definite path of where we are heading to. There was no vision. We had no vision on where we are heading to. We were just working. As long as money is coming in, we were just working. We don't know whether, when you're in this company, where, if you wanted to grow, where or how are you going to grow? You are not seeing your career path, because we were just working all around and everywhere. And then number six, the micromanager. This is where you feel the boss doesn't trust you. This boss is always looking over your head, trying to figure out, what are you doing now? What are you doing now? Are you working? Are you not working? Are you doing something that is not right? They are always micromanaging you. They feel like you're not doing the right thing. Maybe because they don't trust you, or maybe they're just micromanagers. So if it comes to this space, you have also to ask yourself why your boss is behaving like he doesn't trust you. Yeah, when you are in the company, the first time you join the company, there will be that micromanaging just to ensure that you are following the right path. And then as you get comfortable in that company, the boss will be able to release it. When the boss notices you're able to do these things without his effort, he'll be able to let you go. But it takes time to build trust. If you do something that is not right, that one you'll have lost some trust from the boss, and it will increase that case of micromanaging. And then number 7 is not a good example. It could be a boss who always comes to office drunk, or is just vulgar, or he does something just out of the norm that is not very right in an office space. And yet, this is a boss that is supposed to lead you as a good example, and he expects you to do something right. It doesn't work out that way. And then number 8, there's a boss who holds on to information. He can never give you anything that is going on. He feels that if he gives information, maybe he'll bypass him, or he'll grow and pass him, and maybe take over his position. He's always protecting his position. He cannot help you to grow, to follow your career path. He cannot help you to become a leader, to reach a certain point, because he's also comfortable there. So he doesn't want you to pass him. And anything you do good, he'll always take credit for it. He'll not he'll not give you credit for anything. He'll take it instead. And this will discourage you from giving out ideas, because at the end of the day you feel that you're helping somebody with your ideas, but he's never acknowledged that you're adding any value to the company. And then number 9, there's that boss who does not have any integrity. He'll steal from the company, he'll pick things from the company, he'll lie to the clients, he'll go out there bribing everybody just to manage his way around. There's no integrity in this boss. Yeah, and if you have values, it would be very uncomfortable working under this boss. And then number 10, there's the passive aggressive boss who cannot tell you when things are wrong. He avoids confrontation. He avoids confrontation. He can be very angry with you, but he doesn't tell you. He keeps quiet. So you really don't know whether you've done wrong or you've done right. You're always walking on eggshells around this boss. Yeah, so you can never know whether you are right or wrong. Yeah. So if he cannot confront you when there's something wrong, then he's not helping you. He cannot give you feedback the right way. He's he is passive aggressive, and this makes the workplace very uncomfortable. So I can there's there are 3 solutions. There are 3 solutions that people usually take when it comes to these bad bosses. And the first one is somebody just tries to avoid this bad boss. Yeah, you avoid him like plague. Whenever he is, you try to keep away from him. The avoidance. When things are wrong, you push them under the carpet because you do not want to wrong the boss. But this is not a very good workspace for you. Yeah, it doesn't work. And then there is the second solution that people use is from running away from the situation. You run away when sometimes to the extent of you resign and leave the job. This is right because it might also to before it gets too much for you, for your mental health to be the safe space you might leave. But the best I always advise people to use this third method of confronting your boss respectfully. This one is very important. You go and you talk to your boss and tell him whatever is bothering you respectfully. He might not be very receptive about it, but I always advise if he's not very receptive, there must be a boss who is above him. As long as this is an office space that is open and you can talk to another boss and put and give out your grievances so that this is sorted. This also helps the company because we are able to eliminate the bad seed that is within the company that might spoil the culture of the company. So sweeping things under the carpet is usually not the right thing. And yet sometimes you could be the problem and you do not want to confront this problem. So also you have to really reflect on yourself to gauge whether you are the one who is on the wrong or it's your boss. Because at the end of the day, time tells. You might move to another workplace and you still have the same issues. So self-reflection and self-awareness is very important.